in this question here, we had to find out where 7 pence costs €1.75. Find the cost of 1 pen. Well, we're going to divide €1.75 divided by 7. 7 to 1 goes 0 times. 7 into 17 goes twice, which is 14. Take away from 17, you get 3. Drop to 5. 7 into 35 goes 5 times. So you find out that 1 pen is 25 cents. Okay, next thing, how much are 3 pence? Well, we get our 0.25 and we multiply it by 3. 3 times 5, 15, carry the 1. 3 times 2 is 6, carry the 1 is 7. 3 times 0 is 0, so 3 pence is 0.75. And finally, part 3, 12 pence. So 0.25 multiplied by 12 is going to be 0, carry the 1, 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Okay, that's 50 cents. And then carry the 0 because you're multiplying by 10. So 1 times 5 is 5, and then 2 times that is 250. And add them together and you get 50 cents plus 50 cents is €1. Carry the 1. So we get €3 for the 12 pence there. Okay. Happy days. Let's move on. Question 4. A machine produces 200 bolts every 5 minutes. How many bolts does the machine produce in 1 minute? Alright, that's pretty easy. Get 200 and divide it by 5. 5 into 20 goes 4 times. So in 1 minute you produce 40 bolts. Okay, so in 8 minutes you're going to use 40 multiplied by 8. 8 times 0 is 0. 8 times 4 is 32. So that would be 320 bolts. The next one we want is in seconds, which is half a minute. So in 1 minute you produce 40 bolts. In half a minute you just need to divide that by 2 and you get your answer for part 3 should be 20 bolts. Okay, question 6. So what have we done so far? I've done 2, 4 and 6 I believe. Yeah, 2, 4 and 6. 8 meters of cloth costs €11.60. What's the cost of 14 meters of the same cloth? Well, we know 8 meters is equal to €11.60. We need to find out what 1 meter is, so we divide by 8 into €11.60. 8 into 11 goes once, remainder 3. 8 into 36 goes 4 times. Sorry, we'll do this properly. 3, bring down to 6. 8 into 36 goes 4 times. Remember, keep your dots above each other. 4 times, which is 32. Take it away, remainder 4. Bring down to 0. 8 into 40 goes 5 times. So that's €1.45. We want to find out what 14 meters is. So we got to multiply this answer by 14. 4 times 5 is 20. Carry the 2. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 2 is 8, carry the 1. 4 times 1 is 1, plus 5, €5.80. 0. And then 1 times 5 is 5, 1 times 4 is 4, so €14.50. 80 plus 50 is 8 plus 5 is 13, carry the 1. 5 plus 5 is 10, carry the 2, so €20.30. Okay, so that's 2, 4, 6. Now we're on to 9. Okay, train fare return journey from Dublin to Galway is €32. The child's fare is 3/4 of the adult's fare. Calculate the costs of, so we need to get 3/4 of 32 first. So 32 multiplied by 3/4. 32 divided by 4 is 8. 3 times 8 is €24. So that is the cost of a child's fare. €24 for the child's fare. Okay. Calculate the cost of return journey from Galway to Dublin for 3 adults. Well, 3 adults would be 3 multiplied by 32, which should get us €96. Part 2, one child is €24. Part 2, two adults and three children. Well, two adults is 2 times 32, which is 64. And then we got to plus that onto three children. So 3 times 24 is 72. 64 plus 72 is 136. So €136 for part 3. Or And see the way I'm doing workings, lads. And then part 4, 5 children and 1 adult. So 5 children is 32. Oh, sorry, 24 multiplied by 5. 0 carried a 2. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. And 1 times 32 is 32. 120 plus 32 is €152. There you go. So 2, 4, 6, 9, then 11. 2, 4, 6, 9, 11. A hotel charges €343 per person for 7 days. Calculate the charge for 12 days at the same rate. Alright, so 7 days equals 343. 343 divided by 7. It doesn't go into 3, it goes into 34 4 times to make 28. Take it away, you get 6. Drop the 3, you get 63. 7 into 63 goes 9 times. This means 1 day is €49. And then we want 12 days. So we need to multiply 49 by 12. And you gotta do workings for these guys. There's no way you're doing these in your head. 98, 0, 490. Add them together. You should get 8. 8 carried a 1, €588. Okay. 13. If 450 people attend a concert, the takings amount to 5,625. How many people attended the following evening when takings amounted to 6,000? Assume all seats were sold at the same price. Well, you definitely sold more than 405 seats. So 450 seats, equals 5,625. So we're going to divide that in. So this is going to be an interesting one. Okay, how many times does 4,550 go into 562? Once. Let's see what the remainder is. Take them away. We get 2 there, a 1 there, and a 1 there. And then we need to borrow the 5. How many times does it go into 1,125? That'd be twice. 2 times 450 is 900. Take it away, and we get 5 here, 2 here, and 2 there. Okay, now we're at decimals. We're at the decimal stage. So decimal here, decimal here. How many times does 450 go into 2,250? Well, you have 450, you have 900, that's twice. 1,350, that's 3 times. 1,800, that's 4 times, and then add it on another 450, and then 2,250, so that would make it 5 times. So 1 seat is €12.05. Okay. Now, how many seats are we talking about when it amasses to 6,000? So, number of people at the event equals the total amount of money divided by the price per seat. Now in this case it's going to be quite an awkward calculation, because you're going to have you're going to have 6,000 divided by €12.05, which is quite an awkward number. Okay, now please remember we're expecting to answer bigger than 450 here, so I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by 100, and what this will do is it will send it up to 600,000 divided by 1,205. I don't like dividing by decimals. Okay, so it's just a general rule of mine. I don't generally divide by decimals. 2, 3. Okay, so let's do it over here. Okay, so how many? It goes into 600 no times. Now, how many times does it go into 6,000? Well, it doesn't go in 5 times, so we reckon 4 times. So do 4 multiplied by 1,205 to 1,205 multiplied by 4. So that's going to be 20. 4 times 12 is 48. 4,820. Take them away from each other. You should get a 0. Borrow the 1, 80. 59, take away 48 is 11. Okay. Next thing there, borrow the 0. Now, how many times does it go into 1,180? Well, let's see, 1,205. I think we might be able to multiply it by 8 or 9 here. 10 is too big, so we're going to multiply this by 9. We're going to get 5. Carry the 4. 9 times 2 is 18, carry the 1. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 1 is 10, so 10,845. Take them away from each other. We get 5, borrow the 1. So that comes in 9. 9 take away 4 is 5. 8 take away 8. Oh, sorry, we borrowed 1, so it's 7 take away 8 is 9. And then borrow the 1, which is 0. So 955 there, okay? Borrow the 0, 9,950. So that went in 9 times. No bother. Okay. So let's figure out what else we could have done here. So 9,950. Lads, turns out I made a bit of a mistake here actually. My mistake is actually all the way back at the start, so sorry about this, guys. What I was doing here is way too difficult. Made a very, very stupid mistake right at the start here, guys. So when I was back here, it wasn't €12.05, it was €12.50. So completely mucked that up. Alright. So what I'm meant to be doing is I'm now meant to be dividing the total amount, which is 6,000, divided by €12.50, which is my fault completely. Okay. Multiply top and bottom by 10 and we get 60,000 divided by 125. Rookie error. So let's do 125 into 6,000. So 125 into 600 will go 4 times. 4 times 125 is 500. Like so. Wonder if we can edit that out. And then we divide it in and we get 100. Borrow the 0 into 1,000. Now how many times will it go into 1,000? Well, it'll actually go in 8 times, because 8 times 125. 8 times 5 is 40, carry the 4. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 4 is 20. 16 plus 4 is 20, carry the 2. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 2 is 20. So it will go into 1,000, and it'll go into 1,000 8 times. So the answer is 480 seats. Around the 13 to 14 minute mark. I have to see if we can edit that out later. Okay, and what do we have? 2, 4, 6, 9, 11, and 13. Now I'm on 15. The model car is built 70 times smaller than the real car. What is the real measurements represented by 4, 1/2 centimeter, 3 1/4 centimeter of the model? Okay, so it's 72 times bigger in real life. So 4 centimeters multiplied with 72. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 7 is 28. 288 centimeters in real life. Part B, 1/2 centimeter multiplied by 72, which is going to be 36 centimeters. Part C, 3 1/4 of a model. Let's make that a top heavy fraction if we can. 4 times 3 is 12 plus 1. It's the same as 13 over 4 centimeters. So it's going to be 13 over 4 multiplied with 72. Now let's do the smart thing here and just do 72 multiplied by 13. 6 carry the 1. 3 times 7 is 21 plus 1 is 22. Carry the 0. 1 times 720 is 720. Add them together. We get 6, 4, and 9. And remember, we ought to divide that by the 4 on the bottom. So divide this by the 4. 4 into 9, twice carry the 1. 4 into 14, 3 times. Because it goes 14, take away 12. That will give you a remainder of 2. So I'm just going to make sure I'm definitely doing this one properly this time. I think we made yet another mistake. Oh, we did indeed. I'm on a roll today, lads. It's 200 and it's 21.6 here, which is my fault completely, because there was no carry to 1. It was 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 7 is 21. So that's another error on my part. So 936. So we have to see how many times it goes in this time. Let's try this again. 9 divided by 4 goes twice. So 9 take away 8 is 1. So that's twice. Carry the 1. 13, 4 goes into 13 3 times because it turns into a 12. So that's a 3. So 13 take away 12 is 1. And then 4 into 16 goes 4 times. So the answer is 234 centimeters in real life. Now, a part of the real car is 216 centimeters, 2.16 meters long. That's 216 centimeters, okay? What size will this be in the model? You got to remember that the model is 72 times smaller. So if we divide 216 by 72, we can find out what size that part is in the model. So we go 216 divided by 72, and it's simply going to go 3 times. Okay, there's 3 times 72. 6, don't carry the 1 this time. 3 times 7, 21, 216. Okay. Alright guys, that's me.